I want to talk about Saquon Barkley. Apparently, Saquon Barkley's fiance. We've seen her in videos after his games. Apparently, there was some old tweets that have resurfaced right around the Super Bowl. You notice none of these tweets came out when he was with the New York Giants, right? Now, you know, whatever you put on social media, it lasts forever. It never goes away. Now, I don't know if these tweets were like still on her Twitter because sometimes people put up stuff they on their Twitters, they don't delete it. It's there. They just haven't said it in a long time. So, maybe they believe that time has passed and but I I think it's very interesting that the timing of this. And I'm gonna go over some of the things that she said. Her name is Anna. I think it's Cogden. Uh and There was one thing she said. It's hashtag replace a Disney movie with N word with the GA. And then she put the cheetah N word. And another white person said N words with an S. And then she says, bleep, you're right, it's the cheetah girls, hashtag the cheetah N words. And then the particular person says, there you go, LOL. Now, this was back in 2012, December 11th of 2012. Might I add. Let me tell y'all something. Between 2012 and 2013, Twitter was the wild, wild west. I mean, there were people, and again, I'm not making excuses, but I'm giving y'all a timeline of what went on Twitter around that time. People would say the wildest things. People would say the absolute wildest things to get attention on social media. And I'm pretty sure those people wouldn't say that now at all. I mean, she's saying this because she's trying to get attention on Twitter. I mean, this exchange only had like one retweet and 2 likes. So this must have been screen captioned years ago, or maybe somebody was holding that, but I truly believe that she was trying to get noticed because people were saying a lot of things at that time to get noticed, especially the females. Now, she actually have more from what she said during that time. Now, this was in November 2012. She says, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke N-words. Then in May of 2013, she says, I thoroughly enjoy calling my mom N-word with the GA. And then she replied to this white female and says, hey, my little gold digger. And she said she ain't messing with no broke N-words. Now, again, I'm not making no excuses. I want to give y'all the gist of what went on Twitter. These people, these white people, black people, they would say things unchecked, and they would say these things for attention. Now, her posting this lets me know that she listened to a lot of rap music. She probably was around maybe 1 or 2 black people that gave her the N-word pass. But the craziest thing is that even back then on Twitter, white people weren't openly saying this unless they were in their own sort of echo chambers. They would. Because they would get cooked all over. So especially Black Twitter. Black Twitter was a lot more vicious than it is now. Black Twitter has no teeth now. But it did then. So obviously she said this in her small circle, right? And it's just ironic that now she is with Saquon. Now, I don't know how old she was back in 2012. I'm going to assume that she might have been in her teens. I don't know how long she's been with Saquon. I know they've been together, I think, since he's been in the NFL, but I don't know how long they've been together. I will say this. This is what these white people were doing, especially these white girls who end up dating black men. These are the things they said on Twitter for attention. Do I think this woman is a flat out racist? I can't say she is. But what I can say is that she tried to get attention. She tried to be edgy, and it didn't work. Now, again, this is in 2012, 2013. After that, that's when Twitter really tried. It really cracked down on a lot of these things that people would say. I just think that she was trying to get attention and be edgy. It was stupid. It was weird, but also shows that she probably had an obsession with black people, especially black men, because she ended up in a relationship with a black man and I believe have a child with a black man. So when you see a lot of these white people trying to be edgy by saying nigga, they end up in relationships with, especially the white girl. They always end up with black men because they have an infatuation with them. And once she went black, she didn't go back, and she stopped calling or saying the N-word on online. You know, now she's getting cooked all over the place. So I really don't have to add anything, but I will say this: I don't have enough evidence to say, oh yeah, she's a blatant racist. What I will say is that she tried to be edgy and it didn't work. She got no traction then, but it's very funny to me that she ended up getting with Saquon, you know, and I do think she deserves to get flamed. I think she was very stupid then, but again, I don't know. This was when these tweets started in 2012. It's 2025 now. So how long ago was that? Let's see, 13 years ago. Now, if this was like 2 or 3 years ago, or even 5 years ago, she would definitely be getting flamed right now. But this was from 13 years ago. I mean, and she's not saying like you in ours, right? So I'm not gonna get outraged over something she said when she was probably a teenager, because there were a lot of people saying this back then or close to it. You know, she was trying to be edgy. She was trying to fit in. That's what it looks like to me. Should she have said it? Absolutely. And the thing is, I don't condone white people saying the N-word. White people don't say the N-word around me. If a white person, I don't care if they're rapping a song or not, I'm going to check them if they say it. I've done it before. You could say that. You could say that anytime when you're around black people who are comfortable with it, you go do that. I don't condone that, and I don't support that, and you're not going to say that around me. But this was back in 2012. I mean, what you want me to say? You know, she's with Saquon, they have a child together. What more do you want me to say? Does she deserve to get flamed? Yes. And I don't feel sorry for her at all. But it was back in 2012. People saying a lot of crazy things. But and again, she's not using it in a racist manner. Now, if she was using it in a racist manner, it'd be totally different. And again, I don't condone it whatsoever. She's getting flamed, absolutely. But I find the timing to be very interesting, because these screenshots look like somebody been holding on to these screenshots for years. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, like the video and share it. Follow me on the socials. Links are in the description box, and I'll see y'all next.